Hi, I'm Marilyn San Clemente of Stamp with Marilyn, and today I'm going to show you how to make this really cool, what I call front flap gatefold card. It is a gatefold card since these pieces fold in and they do meet in the middle. And it looks like this on the inside, like that. But it then has this flap that folds over, so I'm calling it a front fold gatefold card. And I have used the flower cart bundle on this card and the Celebrate You designer paper from the annual catalog. And then this particular card, I used a new birdhouse stamp set that will be coming out in May with the new Country Birdhouse or Country Woods designer paper. So this will all be available in May timeframe. So let me show you how to put this card together. And my instructions have all the directions for cutting all the layers once we get the card base. So for this card, we're going to start with an 8.5 by 11-inch piece of cardstock, so a full piece of cardstock or a full sheet. We are going to score it in half at 5.5. So I move my cutting blade out of the way. And then we're going to score each side at 2 1/8. So then I'm going to flip this and we're going to score it all the way up and down at 2 1/8. Okay. And I'm actually going to put this away. And now what we're going to do is we're going to fold along our score lines. I'm just doing that lightly. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to cut these two rectangles out so that we have this, which would be the piece that folds over, and then this is our gatefold. So let's start with that, and you can use either scissors or you can use your cutter. It depends upon how comfortable you are cutting over a score line with your cutter. I will try this. So I'm lining up my score line here with this, and I'm going to go a little bit down. There we go. Okay, and let's do that again. Okay, and then on this part, I'm going to use my scissors. And what I have found is with this, because this piece is going to fold over and these are going to fold in, you want to cut this just a little bit below this line. So I'm kind of cutting along the bottom of that line there, like that. And I'll do the same here. There we go. So there's our pieces. So here is our gatefold. And okay, as you can see, I want to trim just a little bit more off because when I do fold this over, you can see that this is getting caught just a little bit. So I'm just going to trim just a smidge. Is that a good technical term? A smidge off. And same on this side. Okay, here we go. There's our smidge. And here we're going to cut this at 2 3/4. So a good way to remember that is this is 5.5. So we're cutting it at half. Okay, so now we're going to cut off that 2 3/4. Okay, cut off 2 3/4. Yep, that's better. Much safer. Okay, so we're going to have that, and it's going to look like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece of white, and that is going to go down here. So what I have listed in the directions is all these different layers, all the different sizes and things for the layers. And as you can see, there's a layer here of the fresh freesia and then another layer of designer paper. So I've got a layer. This is my front flap here, this piece right here. So I have a layer of cardstock there, and then I have a piece of designer paper, and then I have the layer that fits over this and another piece of designer paper. So this piece is going to be 4 1/4 by 3 inches. So then this piece would be, this would go here. And then I would add a layer of designer paper on the front of that after I have added my designer paper here. So that's how this all works. And then you would also have a mat. Let me show you here. So I have put a mat here, and because these pieces are 2 1/8 inch, the mat is 2 inches by 5 3/8 because we're going up almost to the fold. And then this is another piece of designer paper. So that is 1 7/8 by 5 1/8 inch for the 2 pieces of designer paper there. And then that opens up, and I've got a piece of white on the inside. You can put your message and go from there. So that is how you cut and fold the front flap gatefold card. These are the 2 cards that I did make. These are the 2 cards that I did make. And again, this one uses the flower cart stamp set and opens like this. And this one uses the Country Woods Birdhouse from the upcoming annual catalog, which will be available in May. So, thank you so much for stopping by today and checking this out. Take care.